Well, those storm clouds run in pretty quick. Let's get to Isambard. Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventure fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Mulja. Seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I will do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Okay. Let's grab this and see if it's a little better than what I'm wearing. Let's put that back there. On now. Okay. Isambard of Camp Drybone is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing persons. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their lights cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of St. Landama. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. No? Sure, don't see why not. Seems like a bit of a grim task, but I suppose it has to be done. Where are we here? Okay. It's a bit of a loopy way to get in and out of this camp. Not the weather you expect in somewhere like Fanland, I have to say. Okay, well this definitely looks like the place. Oh, yep, Amalja, just as expected. Okay. I think I should be able to carry these free. Won't be particularly fun, but see how long I can hold my breath. Right, time to get there as quickly as possible. Okay, well, this is definitely the quickest way down, so It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yes I was. This poor soul seems to have been ravaged by an Amalja before sitting to rot for several turns of the sun. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. So there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the Lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there's more to this than meet the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kind of numbers. The total's too great, and the questions too many. Would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travellers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? You ask a solid question there, Isambard. Isambard aims to turn his investigation to the common folk. What say we turn our eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them where we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. A wager is at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him. Else he's not like to speak to you. Right then. The inn's over this way. Ungust, eh? Really? Oh look, it's Haircut himself. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Uldar. When the seven hells do you want me now? A few words scrawled in code by Isambard of Drybone. Here you go. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. I played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labour out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances? You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Well, you're just a lovely piece of work, aren't you? One sec. I'll talk to this guy. Please, sir, just leave me be. Okay. Hello. I've nothing to say but this. Thal take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Yeah. You? What do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear. Please don't kill me. I wasn't going to kill you. I just went... Yeah. Fine. See what Ungust suggests. Just as I told you, wasn't it? How a lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of getting folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you, Haircut. That really didn't help me in the slightest. Appreciated. Well, see if there's any inkling of what I should do from here. Everyone's pretty tight-lipped, it seems. Welcome back, Zest. Have you learned aught of import? Not that much. Everyone's pretty tight-lipped, as I said. I see. I suppose I should have expected much from Ungust. Oh, another thing occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Not bad. Not a bad idea. Let's take this money. Isambard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than this Church of St. Adama Landama. It's a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you're heading there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends to the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Well, fine. Now I'm a damn Undertaker, am I? Right, it's the church. I believe it's up here. Yep, there it is. You need any help? Ever has man sought to better his life, all too often at the expense of his brother. That desire and hope can beget suffering, and death is a regrettable yet undeniable truth. Okay, he didn't answer my question. Though I'm not qualified to assist with the rites, I offer what assistance I can to the priests. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just getting in the way, though. I mean, it's all well and good, but I'll come back. You're Marquez, right? I do believe. Hello, sir. I'm Marquez, yes. Body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologise, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Okay. Up this way? Wow, that's quite a burial spot. Grave digger. Well, rest in peace, sir. Okay, Marquez, however you pronounce your name. Done. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people, I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orkin can. She's been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why though, Pardon me, you'll find Sister Orkin within the church walls. Okay, Marquez. Wonder what his story is. Sister? I hear you've done us a service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It's true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them and they to me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep indeed. He seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behaviour ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Fancred, I believe, took offence to his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. Fancred had an issue with him, eh? I'll have to ask him about that. So the weather's cleared up. That's good. Alright, let's get back to Isambard. Again, nothing really helpful, unfortunately. I don't know, I have a bad feeling that Gust has more to do with this than he's saying. He's definitely not to be trusted, that's for sure. Thank you, Zest. Burial was no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Zest? Pleasure, my dear Zambard. The name is Fankred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer and penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? Good Sister Elson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. You would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. I'm not sure if you're on base here, Bancred. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face somewhere before. I mean, maybe you have. Definitely not anyone I recognise. Nope. Yes, Bancred had somewhere to be. Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Sister Orson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there's one child in particular she is fond of. Please seek out the boy, Zest, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. I mean, I personally don't think it's her, but it's worth going here just to rule her out, if nothing else. And, you know, I don't think I've been up to the Golden Bazaar, so somewhere new to visit as well. A nice bonus. I was going to cut through here, but looks a little bit like a bad idea. Let's just go the more scenic route. I'm glad the rain stopped at least. Right, here we are. Are you the little boy I'm looking for? I believe so. Please help. Sister Orson went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thou and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. What if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay, kids. I guess I'll go look for her. Where? Oh, no. Thinking more this way. I didn't see her on the way here, so it kind of makes sense. Oh, I think I see her. Oh, she didn't wander off too far. That is good. Oh. Hello. Okay, I think I'll start with. Sister, could you use a hand? You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Seems my gratitude is yours once again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. I mean, she seems rather selfless. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's her. Right, let's just speed through here. Try and avoid hassle on the way if we can. If not, I'm sure we can outspeed them. But yeah, anyway, Orson seems like a less likely target, even more so than before. Suspect, not target. Who's? Oh, let's share what we learned with Isambard. Not that we really learned much. Either she's innocent or she's a genius and playing me for a fool. Right, Isambard, here's what went down. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Not to forfend, I will secure a remedy in for her should she require any rest. Searching for mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Yeah, maybe he's just had some bad runnings with religious types. I don't know, maybe he's got some grudge against them, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think she was... I don't think she was the one involved. Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred come looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amaljar encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Yeah, it would be nice. I'll tell Thancred he was barking up the wrong tree as well. Luckily I have a pretty good sense of where things are, otherwise I easily get lost out here, I feel, and never be seen again. An easy way up here. Excuse me, pups. Ah, I see Thancred. Ah, there you are, Zest. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about the good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amaljar caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's just say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Zest. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I mean, you're not able to handle it, Fancred. I'd much prefer to keep an eye on things from out here. Go and take a look about inside, would you? I mean, you're acting probably more suspicious than Sister Orson was. Sounds like a setup. But, I don't know, maybe he has a plan. Something weird over there. Fortunately, we're going to have to deal with these rather persistent fellows first. Don't mind me. What is this? Okay, let's get clear of this camp before we have a look at it. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Strange slip of parchment found at the Amalja encampment in eastern Fanalan. This leaflet, see the wealth of Nauds to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nard files seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone and see what Sister Orson makes of it. I guess someone is pretending to be a... assuming the poor fellows around the area are only talking to religious types. I suppose pretending to be a member of the Order would make things easier. Well, apparently the penmanship was terrible, so I guess it's no one that educated. Okay, we in here? Aha. Now, let us see what Sister Orson makes of this leaflet. My saviour comes again. What do I owe the honour of this day? Do you mind taking a look at this? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order, that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? That was my guess. The plot thickens, Zest. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony is in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. I do get the feeling Fancred has a problem with organised religion. I mean, it's fair, but... Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Zest. I shall keep my ears and eyes open. Now, more than ever. Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend a false priest. I too would like that. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. A suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let destiny serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. Yeah, I suppose. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. I mean, do I have much of a choice? These will serve very well, you have my thanks. Listen, Zest, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garment Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Okay, I guess this is good plans, ain't it? Still though, can I like wash it down with some herbs or something? Yeah. I want you to don the old garments Isambard's lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. In case you misplace the tunic and slops, you'll need to ask Isambard for another set. I think I'm okay. Let's... Yes. Get quickly changed here. I don't really know who this outfit is fooling, but sure. I guess we can give it a go. Alms for the poor. Greetings, good sirs. What I might assist you with? Alms for the poor. Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Maybe should we join your fellows out in the pond north of Sandgate? Okay. Alms for the poor. I preach the teachings of Zema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Sure. Zema is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry, always laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught to the end of days. Zema, huh? Interesting. I'll look into her at some point. Okay. How am I getting up there? Guess this ramp will have to do. Alms for the poor, ma'am. What is it? Alms for the poor? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Okay, miss. A couple more people should probably do enough. Let's talk to this fella. Not you, show us. Alms for the poor. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. Immortal flames have neither the work nor the coin for your like. Begone. And see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Okay. Let's check in the inn. Alms for the poor, sir. I was just about to get to the good part. Looking for work? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now, get out of here so I can finish my story. Yes, sir. Well, I guess that should probably do it. Let's go deliver the news to Fancred. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Zest. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach this place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let's go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Well, I mean, you can't get away with it either. You need to put some on as well. I think. Anyway, let's try and get over there quickly. Less time I'm in these clothes, the better. Ah, Thancred did decide to join me. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Fine night as any, I suppose. You look absolutely smashing, Zest, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is for wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, I guess. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There's no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order, Nard Thal, and I offer you succour. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nard. Trust to them and surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of what an atrocious performance you'd have made a god's awful Mama Ungust. What? How do you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm to plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hope of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for the crystal shipments from the Nanoa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. You've always got a choice, Sungust. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought aid of the immortal flames. You did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you serve your own people? Speak! Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets. I have failed to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourself or the gods. Hello. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal frame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Zest, be a good man and take word of these developments to Binfilia, would you? I suppose. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The adoptees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Yeah, well, first things first, let's get the heck out of these clothes. Yeah, much more pleasant. So to the Waking Sands, I believe we can just go straight there. Hi, Tattoo. Best, how goes it? All well's here, at least on the bookkeeping front anyway. Yep, not too bad. Just going in to see Minfilia. Let's check around the place. I think everyone's about where I left them last time. That's fine. Hello, Minfilia. I've had a couple of developments. Welcome back, Zest. I am pleased you and Fancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Fancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalgam know the answer. Suffice it to say they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Okay. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypot, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students it's now been disseminated to great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Fanland, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Okay. Do that. Stola still propping up the wall there. Do I have a nearby teleport? Yes, Blackbrush, not far. Make my life a little bit easier. Smoke, she said. I don't really see any, but it looks like a camp out this way. Oh, this definitely looks like the place. Who is Uplander? Come to tent ring of Mutamix bubbly pots. Plain dagger, there's absolutely no defining characteristics except the hilt. It does smell quite nice. I didn't sniff it. I mean, anyway. Bitey tools, drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to stony shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then big eyes Fighty tool gain power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yeah, I guess so. She wanted me to give you a dagger. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutanix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes? Yep. Here it is. Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make a good TG shower of power of materia. The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes. Materia join with Flighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool Reborn. Here Uplander, take Fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing the etheric constitutes from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you, it must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill braincase with knowledgings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tumflax with learning ones of Mutamix. Goblins. Okay. Teach me something. Swinebros wishes to disseminate the secrets of material creation. What would you say if I told you inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armour that we've come to use hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. This spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it will be a pleasure to teach you. Okay. You are ready to commence your training. Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? This is achieved by melding it to gear. Know though that it takes deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you to speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. Very well. Well, if I decide to take up a craft or two, I'll be back here to learn more. As it is, however, I will get on with my work Head over to Vesper Bay this way. Hello again, Tataru. Right, Minfilia, I'm back with your fight, your dagger. Welcome back, Zest. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful? Yeah, take it. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realise such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Material may well give you the edge you need, Zest, so make it your ally. Now it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me again when you're ready to begin. Okay, let's have a quick look at this tool here though. Do we have... Oh, I think it's any better than what I have. Nope, in fact, it's the exact same. So I'll just sell that probably. Inferno would like to assist the Immortal Flames. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend August, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, so they mean to have August attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Zest. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Yes, yeah, hail the crystal. Okay, so back to Drybone, I think it was. We can just teleport out there. Shouldn't take long. Right. Guess in here. Sergeant? Ah, you're Zest Flow Saber of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We are stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man Angus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Zest. Let's make sure it does. Okay. Well, this doesn't sound like a too bad of a plan. As far as I know, we caught August with his trousers down, so I mean, I don't think he would have had time to get words to the Amalja. Never know though. Anyway, let's hurry up, shall we? Okay, let's try and tiptoe around this area a little bit. But if we get some unwanted attention, I'll have to deal with it. Yep, there we go. You have to come this way, Mr. Imp. Oh, he's given up. Right, now we wait, I suppose. Something fishy. Is debate in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. That haircut. Really. Well, looks like he wasn't lying about the meeting. Time to go then. Yeah. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh, great. How do you get word to them? Oh, great. There's someone else in on it. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded immortal flames catches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I mismanage it? It was almost as someone feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Oh, if it's a fight you want, I think I can manage it. Might be a few more of you than I expected, but that's fine. Just deal with these archers. Ah, god damn it, more of them. Well, this is very quickly getting out of hand. Right, back to the big guy. It's certainly hearty, I'll give him that. God damn it, even more of them. Crying out loud. Well, might take me all day, but I'll get pull up your weapons or your comrades are dead, man. Ugh. Right. Behind you! What? Oh. Bugger. Bring him. Rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Ugh. Bloody. Well, appears we're not in Fanland anymore. Wonderful. Rejoice, heathens, for your worthless lives will soon have meaning. Okay. The lizards claim they will soon bring us before Ifrit for tempering. All of us are as good as dead. Ifrit. Listen well, these waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must seek out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have won free, seek out our comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way. I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm okay. Wouldn't mind seeing this Ifrit. The lizard men marched us to their stronghold. They're preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they've finished. They're going to kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home. I fear the Emerger mean to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Well, I'm not letting you guys go in there on your own. But I should probably attempt it in this way. Would offer me a little bit more protection. Let's go. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrits, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, search their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. But bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Oh well. What's going on? This ain't warrior greed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Well, maybe not. Oh, mighty Ifrit. I mean, it didn't even really ruin my suit. I want you, God. Your words are my bread. What's going on? Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I don't know. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Maybe. Forsooth, thy frail mortal flame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Well, sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, come on Ifrit, let's have you out here. My flames shall consume thy flesh and soul both. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. No, I don't think I will. That doesn't look like it should be that. Thy soul shall burn for eternity. You art strong, mortal. Nah, I do okay. That wasn't too bad. Another crystal? Two now, eh? Interesting. Pray forgive my lateness. Huh? Oh. Good to see you finally, Fangrid. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Oh, so you can fight. Yeah. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you apologies, Est. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. It's fine. All turned out well in the end. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? I mean, I'm not sure how much more agreeable it is. This way, sir. So, that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment it was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking the old darn interference into account. You should know better than rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. You've wasted enough time here. That meat of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there is aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. Suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps there's a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I'll spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behaviour. Yeah. Right, let's get out of here. Bit of air. Okay, Fancred. There you are, Zest. Come rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologising. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be any of use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, I still rejoice. If it is slain, by your hand no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Zest. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary, on the contrary. I have long suspected you may have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Infilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Well, I think I might take a little while to relax, and I'll be back at the Waking Sands shortly.